So I had a thought that I wanted to share. I know that the cost of medical transition is exorbitant. It is prohibitively expensive, even if you have health care. And I know for a lot of people, they don't have health care, and that's a whole different can of worms. I don't believe that self-ID laws are the best solution to that issue. I don't even know if I think they're a viable solution, but that's not really what I wanted to talk about. So what I wanted to talk about is the response to women who voice that opinion publicly, predominantly online, because let's be real, social media is really the place where these conversations are happening the majority of the time. The response is very aggressive. It is disproportionate. It is violent, often sexual. And I think it's important to note that it is predominantly targeted at women. Anytime you propose a change to a public policy, whether that's federal, state, local, municipal, whatever the jurisdiction is, if you propose a change to a public policy, people who are impacted by that policy are going to talk about it. It's just how things work. In the US, at least, we have a constitutionally protected right to talk about laws before we make them. I know that there's a lot going on in the world politically. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of partisanship. It seems like every time there's an election cycle, this is like the most dramatic thing ever. And every 4 years we tell ourselves that like the stakes have never been higher and this is the worst it could possibly be. And I know there's a lot going on in the world, is what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of tension. I know everybody's really, really heavily emotionally invested in things, but I can't think of another political issue happening in America right now where so many people involved on one side of the conversation are women. And I know to some extent, being a woman in public on the internet with an opinion, you know, you're gonna deal with jackasses on the internet. It's just gonna happen. But I don't see the same level of vitriol being levied against people arguing over any other political issue right now. Like I said, there's a lot of political issues people are arguing about right now. There's one thing that I have noticed about the world. It is that when a large group of people have a sustained, vested interest in preventing women from talking about something in particular, it's usually because it's something that needs to be said. Anyway, food for thought.